Hi, class. This is my week 7 discussion board. So, the problem analysis is gun deaths in the state of California. In 2019, there were 2,945 gun deaths in California. 235 of them were children and teens aged 0 to 19. Two in every five gun deaths were homicides, totaling 42%. Around half of gun deaths were due to suicide, totaling 54%. California has a total of 22 mass shootings from since 1982. So the stakeholders are the NRA, the National Rifle Association, gun manufacturers, law-abiding citizens of California, California Gun Rights, Second Amendment Foundation, the Coalition to Stop Gun Violence, the Million Mom March, and the Second Amendment Sisters. So policy number one is the as-is policies for California on gun restrictions. So that's going to be Prop 63, which was the California ban on high-capacity magazines. Um, so high-capacity magazine is any magazine that's over 10 rounds. Is now illegal in the state of California. Continuing to possess one of these magazines is charged as an infraction with fines or a misdemeanor with a penalty of incarceration in a county jail for up to a year. So California also has a ban on assault weapons. So this was since 1989. After a mass shooting occurred, California adopted the first assault weapons ban in the United States. More recently, assault weapons were used in a 2015 terrorist attack in San Bernardino, where 14 people were killed and 21 were injured. So the anticipated outcome for keeping it as is that there would not be any change. The policies are already in place, and there also wouldn't be a change in the budget either. So policy alternative number 2 is to enhance the gun buyback program. So gun buybacks are events where individuals can turn their firearms into law enforcement, no questions asked, and receive compensation in return. Gun buyback programs were enacted to reduce the number of gun deaths and injuries within a specific community. The program can be enhanced by offering market value for these firearms. The issues with this program in the past is that they were offering 200 to 300 to turn in firearms that were worth sometimes $1,500 to $3,000. Most people aren't going to lose money to turn in their firearms. They have to offer market value, otherwise the incentive really isn't there to turn these guns in. And criminals aren't going to turn their guns in at a monetary loss. So the anticipated outcome is that more people would be willing to participate in the gun buyback program if they offered market value for these firearms. This will provide the opportunity for safe disposal of illegal firearms. And then the budget would have to be greatly increased to pay for the market value of the firearms being purchased from citizens. This will greatly vary based on the number of buybacks that occur. So policy alternative number 3 is to raise awareness of gun safety and gun education for law-abiding citizens. One of the issues that's faced right now is not enough awareness on gun safety. Access to firearms in the home raise risk of unintentional firearm-related death and injury among children. Unintentional shootings cause a major portion of all firearm-related deaths among children ages 14 and younger. Firearm safes should be used more, especially when children are living in the home. And the accidental shooting death by Alec Baldwin on the Rust movie set brought awareness to the importance of firearm safety and firearm education. So the anticipated outcome is that there will be less deaths and injuries due to improper handling of a firearm. Accidental discharge would also go down due to the increase in gun safety and gun training. And the anticipated budget for increased awareness is $59,000 for policy employee salary. Policy alternative number 4 is changing laws to allow full use of the Second Amendment in California. So this would remove the assault weapons ban and the high capacity magazine ban. This would allow Californians the same rights that citizens in other states have, and allowing law-abiding citizens to fully protect themselves in the state. Having these gun control laws restricts law-abiding citizens' rights in the state of California. These laws do not affect criminals' ability to purchase firearms. So the anticipated outcome is that not much will change in terms of gun violence. California will simply have the same rights as every other state in the country. There are currently states with no gun restrictions who have much less gun violence. Many question the purpose of these laws when they only affect people who can legally purchase a firearm and not people who can illegally purchase a firearm. So policy alternative number 5 is to fully restrict assault rifles and not just assault rifle features. This will completely ban the sale and purchase of semi-automatic centerfire assault rifles and add stricter sentencing for owning high-capacity magazines in California. The current penalty for owning a high-capacity magazine in California is charged as an infraction with fines or a misdemeanor with a penalty of incarceration in county jail for up to a year. This policy alternative will change the sentencing up to 5 years for owning a high-capacity magazine in California. The original ban only banned assault rifle features. These assault rifles can be purchased legally just without the pistol grips and adjustable stocks and flash suppressors. These featureless assault rifles are easily modified with inexpensive parts to be pre-ban assault rifles. And making the maximum penalty of incarceration in county jail up to 5 years. This offers stricter sentencing. This would show the seriousness of the offense to violators of the law. The anticipated outcome is that there will no longer be featureless assault rifles sold in the state of California. The bans that are in place are only ban specific features that still allow the sale of the weapons. Completely banning these would no longer allow these rifles in the state. So evaluation and justification. So each one of these has their pros and cons, and looking at which one can benefit the state of California in terms of gun deaths the most. I would say for my conclusion is to just raising awareness of gun safety for law-abiding citizens. This would help with accidental and unintentional shooting deaths. It would also help armed law-abiding citizens to better protect themselves against criminals in the state. And I would also change the laws to allow full use of the Second Amendment in California. The reason for that is this would put law-abiding citizens on a level playing field with the criminals in the state. These laws don't benefit anyone. They limit what firearms law-abiding citizens can possess and the amount of ammunition in the magazines that they can have. There is no way to impose these restrictions on criminals. So they shouldn't be imposed upon people who can legally purchase firearms for their protection against those criminals. Anyways, thanks for viewing my presentation, and I look forward to interacting with you guys in the comment section.